Vernon Rams baseball on WMIX and WMIXsports.com, where you can listen from any device. Rams baseball from WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Rend Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank.
Play ball!
It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski for Mount Vernon Rams baseball from the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. The Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
And we welcome you to Rend Lake College, where today the Mount Vernon Rams and the Montini Broncos have moved due to wet conditions at Brennan Klein Memorial Field. We're happy to be here with you today, albeit a little bit earlier than normal, for your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers 6 to them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That number is 1-888-LANDERS. Originally scheduled for a 4:30 start time at Brennan Klein Memorial Field, moved here to Rend Lake College for what was supposed to have been a 4 o'clock start. However, both teams have taken their infield, and if umpires are ready to go, we'll get started here just a few minutes early. Landers Collision Centers again, 1-888-LANDERS. Call 1-888-LANDERS for premium detailing for life your car. Next time you have collision repair work done at Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. We need to take a break on this pregame show. When we come back, we'll talk more about the Mount Vernon Rams, their 500 record, and the Montini Broncos coming up. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Feed me, Seymour. Rend Lake College's production of the cult classic Little Shop of Horrors is coming Thursday through Sunday, April the 3rd through the 6th, to the Rend Lake College Theater in Ina. This musical is a spoof of the 1960 film about a Skid Row floral assistant who discovers a carnivorous plant. As the meat-eating plant grows, so do the problems. Thursday through Saturday performances are at 7 p.m., and a Sunday matinee is at 2 p.m. Tickets are only $12. Call the Rend Lake College box office at 437-5321, extension 1467.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball.
And welcome you back, Rend Lake College, of course. Side of your Landers Collision Center's pregame show today, the Mount Vernon Rams and the Montini Broncos getting set here for action here in just a moment. Chris Hugo, Danny Czerwinski will join me in just a moment. Holly Carroll is back at our Mount Vernon studios as the Rams have moved things to the south just a little bit. Of course, Rend Lake College, kind enough to host this game today, did not get the rains that we got, of course, a little bit north last night and did not suffer some of the rains that we saw today earlier. So this field is in tip-top shape. They're going to look to get it in, and all the forecast is not promising whatsoever in the 5 and 6 o'clock hours. They may get a little bit of an early start, and maybe get this one in here today. For the Montini Broncos, of course, I'm embarrassed to say that we do not have their first names due to their coach was running a little bit behind, and I was running a little bit behind, so we're going to do our best to get through things here today on this Rams baseball broadcast. Danny Czerwinski, as I said, will be joining me here momentarily, but we're so blessed to be with you on what should be, as long as we can play, a beautiful day. Oh, my gosh. We do have a loaded umpiring crew for you today. We'll get to that in just a little bit. But, of course, so overjoyed to be here with you from Alfred and Rams baseball. The temperatures are great. The field is almost perfect and, of course, looks pretty dry. So we'll get to our batting orders in just a moment here on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers 6 of them all. Call 1-888-Landers. That number is 1-888-Landers. Of course, for the Rams, we're going to rely on Tyler Morgan today. Of course, Morgan is a perfect 2-0 on the season, has 24 strikeouts. Going to put that infallible mark on the line here today against this Bronco team to beat the Benton Rangers yesterday by a score of 5-3. For the Rams, we're looking to get back above 500 for the first time this season. So by back above 500, last time they were at 500, of course, was in the fourth place game at State last season. 4-4-1 are the Rams. Hard to believe this is actually already our 10th baseball broadcast of the year, but believe it, it's happening here this afternoon. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams athletics here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Ask about one checking. It's free checking with high-yield interest at Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking. Again, we're going to work on getting you some first names throughout the day here. We apologize for any difficulties we've had, but we're able to get this one for you and keep our promise of getting you every pitch of Alfred and Rams baseball here on WMIX. Of course, we told you the Rams are going to go with Tyler Morgan.
The Chevrolet Open House event is going on now at Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Come see the finest American...
Of course, the Rams are going to go with Tyler Morgan on the hill. Of course, he is 3-0 on the season. Batting order, of course, for Montini. Looks like Castell's going to lead off at second base. Wolkovich will be your center fielder. Menkachi will be your catcher. Klein's at first base, batting in the cleanup spot. Bob at the shortstop will bat fifth. Long, the DH, will bat in the sixth spot. Gerberich, the third baseman, will bat seventh. Hennessy is in left field, batting eighth. And Pullman, the right fielder, is a batting ninth. Danny Czerwinski, of course, be here in just a moment. Chris Hugo with you. Holly Carroll at the Mount Vernon studio, making some adjustments for us today. As the Mount Vernon Rams going to get a bit of an early start. Supposed to be 4:30, as we told you, at Brennan Klein Memorial Field. Now looking at about a 3:50 start here from Rend Lake College. Here we are in Ina. So glad to be with you. 3:30 down the line, 3:75 in the alleys, 3:90 straight away center field here from Rend Lake College's baseball field. So glad they were able to get this one in today. As DC has arrived, he's actually working on getting those first names for us, and we'll have those before you know it. Defensively for the Rams will be Brookman, Jones, and Gines from left to right in the outfield. Thomas Weber does the catching. In the infield, it's Hayes, Campbell, Millwood, and Pike from third to first, with Tyler Morgan on the bump today for the Mount Vernon Rams, who have a two-game winning streak going. They beat Benton 17-2 on Monday, beat Effingham yesterday 10-1, and are looking for a win here today. Of course, Jimmy Wells and Benke Smith will be your umpiring crew today. Mr. Wells will have to call the balls and strikes, and Mr. Smith will be in the infield for the action today. But should have sunny skies, partly sunny skies maybe, as the sun looked to be out for the duration up until about the 5 o'clock hour, when things could get a little dicey, of course, with some precipitation. We'll keep you abreast of the latest in the forecast as we go along here this afternoon. And wind should be calm, of course, with the heavy air after the precipitation has gone through. So we thank you for tuning in today. Don't forget, you can give us a follow on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook as well. The first pitch should come here in just a moment. Looks like it's going to happen at about 3:50. Right-handed batter, Pastel, the second baseman, will lead things off for the Montini Broncos. Their school colors, of course, are maroon and yellow. And the first pitch is going to catch across the inside corner for a strike to Pestel. 0-1 is the count. Chris Hugo with you. DC is here looming as well. As first pitch is underway, it's a 0-1 count. Pastel leads things off. It's going to be a foul ball. They have a chance for one here. It's going to stink just past us. And we'll not get a souvenir today. We'll have to give that back, and 0-2 is a quick count, with Wolkovich on deck, the center fielder for the Broncos. For the Rams, of course, Tyler Morgan looking for his 25th, I should say, strikeout on the year. We'll see what we're able to come up with. Tyler Morgan and the Mount Vernon Rams. Aaron Morgan, the sophomore, got a big win yesterday against the Effingham Hawks. Check swing, and this is going to be a called third strike, And that is your first down of the game. So a backwards K on Jake Pestel. Brett Volkovich will be your second pass. The center fielder followed by Jake Mankachi for the Broncos. Beautiful, beautiful hump day afternoon as it's turned into. Not going to stay that way for long, more than likely. Tomorrow in doubt, of course, for many schools already that called off the day as the first pitch to the lefty Volkovich will be a strike on the outside corner, and here we go. One out, nobody on, top of the first. No score yet between the Rams and Montini. Thought for years growing up there's Lombard Martini. Like the beverages, this just fouled off over the third base side. DC, we did it. Somehow we're keeping our promise to bring every pitch of Rams baseball.
Yeah. I've got some information. Allegedly they're 2-0, but I was told they lost last night. So somebody somewhere lied to me. So,
interesting.
I guess I better turn my phone down. It's kind of scattered all over the park trying to get us some stuff here.
Well, this has kind of been one of those days of what could, Will, in terms of going wrong.
Yeah, and we're able to get down here. We're happy about it, and we're going to have to be paying attention with some foul balls. Looks to be a big zone so far. 2 strikeouts looking already here from Mr. Morgan.
Not a bad day already for Morgan. 25th and 26th strikeouts of the season, putting that mark on the line of 2-0, and what a great job he has done pitching-wise for the Rams this season. Of course, we'll see Kyle Jackson take the bump for the Broncos in the home half of the first. That's also when we'll meet your Ram batting order, courtesy of the Page Agency. Oh, man. The one thing I forgot, I didn't mean to forget.
Glasses.
Yeah. Remembered everything else. Went and got us some ponchos just in case. Got the waterproof equipment. As the 1-0 pitch will be a called strike on the outside corner. They go right hand, left hand, left hand at the top of the order. Do the Broncos as Austin Klein is in the on-deck circle. Klein spelled not like Brennan Klein, but more like Steve Klein, the former Cardinal hurler that flew an unfortunate bird that got him run out of town. As it's 2-1 now to Mankachi. Morgan pitching very effectively out of the windup to start things off here. Top 1. No score. Nobody on as it's called strike on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Community First Bank of the Heartland, we told you, the official voice of Rams and Lady Rams Athletics here on WMIX. 5 Jefferson County branches, not one far away from here either, here in Ida. Malvern and Dixon Woodlawn are your other branches as the count works full to Mankachi. You know Austin Klein on there?
You know who I saw when I came in here a while ago?
Either Clayton Reeves or Tony Wilson.
Clayton Reeves, baby. Talk Clayton. He's going to come back, he promised.
Full count, going to be popped up, foul over the tree that would provide some shade to the field with some foliage, but nothing doing there yet. Full count, 2 gone. Bases empty here in the top of the first. Scoreless. Ball game to start. Pitch on the way from Morgan. Got to miss high, and a 2-out walk could be dangerous for Austin Klein. Lifts the runner Mankachi aboard. Where am I?
Well, you understand the names? I have a roster.
I understand.
I'm just trying to. I'm trying to revert my way back into this.
We'll get it.
I've been behind all day and things.
Well, that's the thing, is I was already running behind with my day, and then I got this, and it's like, oh no.
Well, we lucked out with the weather, that's for certain.
Yes, sir. As did the Rams. I think they're well aware of the situation and thankful to be getting this one in.
Another one is Benton-Hamilton County has been moved to Hamilton County at 5 o'clock.
As this will catch from the outside corner. Really?
Yep.
Oh.
There's a change.
Austin Klein, of course. 1-0 count with 1 on and 2 out here in the top half of the first inning. For the Rams, looks like it's going to be a familiar lineup as the offense has set in as of this week. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, according to this lineup.
No, nobody's superstitious, though. Wind blowing across the field on that strike from left pole to right pole. Montini probably more known for their football prowess than anything else.
Private school located in Lombard.
Wait till you see the roster. You will absolutely laugh.
I got a picture of the lineup, Carter. This is going to be right up the middle. A 2-out base hit, puts runners at first and second. On the single by Klein, and that'll bring in Eddie Bava is what I'm going with at the moment.
Bava is correct.
I'm lucked out so far. I think the one I call you. I think I surprised you by getting nailing the second one.
Not very often do you pull out a roster and you get listed not only what town they're from.
Oh, the grammar.
That's called not being bashful about telling where they're from.
Right.
It is unbelievable. But
I will say on the bright side,
I'll say on the.
I only see a couple that went to public grammar schools. Like I said, everybody else went to parochial. So I guess that makes it a little better.
Can you imagine if some of the teams we play were to that we do private school wise would list what towns they're from? How there's something innately wrong with that.
1-0 to Bava with 2 on and 2 out top of the first. No score. Tyler Morgan after striking out the first 2 batters, striking out the inning. There have been some interesting basketball teams in the area back in the 70s and 80s. As this one's going to be a 2-out base hit into left center field. Jones there to keep the damage minimal. Runners should score as here comes the courtesy runner for the catcher, McCatchy. The throw get away from home plate to this deep backstop. That's going to limit it to 1-0 with runners on second and third.
Well, that a case there. That was definitely the guy who was going to score. And when you're a cutoff guy in the middle of the diamond, you've got to make that decision to come up and catch that in the air and not let it hit the ground. Got by the cutoff guy, the catcher, and the pitcher. So a single and RBI, and then the runner from first advances on the error. It goes a throwing error, even though it shouldn't. But that's how it works.
So that'll bring in Tommy Long, the designated hitter, with 2 aboard and 2 outs. 1-0 ball game. Broncos on top early. Here comes the pitch on the way. Fastball powered pass, and it's 0-1 to Long.
Well, I hope you can read my writing because we start through this. The coach and I start this, and about 3/4 of the way through, the other coach walks. Hey, you need a roster? I go, and we look at each other and we're like, gee, thanks. We're going through writing names down. It's had a good time in the dugout over there.
0-1 the count, and this will be swung and a miss, front-footed. 0-2. That's just the case. By the time I got there, infield had already begun, and trying to catch everybody and find everybody. Everybody was scattered, and it ended up working out, though. Rams batting order be brought to you by the Page Agency in Mount Vernon on Crown View. As this is going to be front-footed foul, third base line. Stays 0-2 to Tommy Long with Gerbish on deck for the Broncos. Third base. Did not know that one. Had to cheat. Very Polish influenced lineup here for Broncos today. I bet you do. 0-2 with 2 on and 2 out. Foul tip into the middle, Weber, and that'll be the third strikeout of the inning to end the threat here in the first. It's 1-0 Broncos through a half inning. This is Rams Baseball for WMIX Sports.
The Chevrolet Open House event is going on now at Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. The price you see is the price you pay. Save big on the full lineup of Chevrolet cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. Save over $7,000 on the North American Truck of the Year, the Silverado. Get low lease payments on the all-new Chevy Impala, a Consumer Reports pick. But hurry, this is for a limited time only. Come to Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Complete. That's the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois with a full sports medicine clinic, state-of-the-art MRI, a spine care team that focuses on pain management, arthroscopy specialists offering total joint replacement, hand surgery, and complete rehabilitation services. Doctors Chow, Hool, Ahn, Kowalski, Freehill, and Smith stand ready to serve you today with offices in Mount Vernon and Centralia and satellite offices in Benton and Nashville. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
And welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. 1-0 Montini as we head to the home half of the first from Rend Lake College. As the Rams and Broncos had to shift things down here. Got started a little earlier than I think what they wanted, but trying to get it in ahead of the impending weather that is expected to come a little bit later on. And, of course, Page Insurance brings you the starting lineups. Call for help. Go to 242-7000. Let's meet the Mount Vernon Rams batting order.
Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood, and Thomas Weber, 1, 2, and 3. Jake Pike, Derek Hayes, Tyler Morgan, 4, 5, and 6. Blake Jones, Braden Smith, and Zach Brookman, 7, 8, 9 for Tim Holloway's Mount Vernon Rams.
Yes, sir. Defensively for the Broncos, Tennessee, Wokovich, and Pullman left to right in the outfield. Gerbish, Bava, Pestle, and Klein, third to first. McCatchy, the catcher behind the plate, catching Kyle Jackson. Kyle Jackson, ladies and germs, is a lefty. Look how the Rams react against a left-handed pitcher. Ryan Campbell to start things off. 1-0 is the Rams trail. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners stranded, of course, in that top half of the first for Montini. Against the lefty pitcher, it's Campbell. Takes the ball low, and it's going to be another 1-0 to Ryan Campbell, the shortstop, junior. There we go. I wore rubber boots today. I didn't know what to expect. It's been about 10, 15 years since I've been at this field. And those 10, 15 years ago, I'd have loved to have had these boots. 1-0 the count in the dirt, 2 balls, no strikes. Joke to Tom Fulkerson prior to the game, mentioning how things have improved since he pitched here.
Yeah, there's a lot of additions. There's a lot of us walked around here.
2-0 in the dirt, making 3 balls, no strikes to Campbell with Reed Millwood on deck. Thomas Weber to follow in this top half of the first inning. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, of course, driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Check out the 2014 Fusion online at FordSquare.com. Here comes a pitch on the way. The 3-0 becomes 3-1 as that was right down the middle. We're getting somebody here. Oh, yeah. That's funny. It's a 3-1's going to miss low, and it's a leadoff walk to Campbell.
Start. It kind of looks to me like that Jackson is more of a junk lefty pitcher, the way it looks.
It appear that way with a runner on and nobody out for Reed Millwood. You know I write my sponsors down as far as live reads in my book.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot a sponsor I have to read live reads for. Not ashamed to admit it is Millwood shows sponsor.
Somebody texted you.
No.
No.
The sponsor I forgot to write down, Rend Lake College. Kind of sad.
Yeah, it's kind of right here.
Yeah. I think that'd be an evident reminder. 1-0 the count to Millwood. That's why I'm not afraid to laugh. And telling myself as it's 1-0. Ooh. However, they do present our video streaming. It'll return for the commencement exercises in May. That'll be for the class of 2014. Rend Lake College, log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands on your college education. Or if you came to the game and are listening to it, as they throw behind the runner, or what should be, I believe, well, it's a 3-0 count, but a 2-0 count. I must have
added space down here. A lot of space down here in the old college field. Mount Vernon will be used to it at Brennan Klein. Of course, a lot of room there, same kind of setup, but this kind of situation here makes it a little different, playing on college field. Good experience, though, for Montini. They come down here and have to, certain window, at least they get some games in this way. Now they get to play on a college field.
2 balls, no strikes to count to Millwood. Drops down a bunt, first baseline. Looks to stay fair. The runner's going to be safe with a good sacrifice by Millwood as it'll go down. 1-3.
Nice play. Millwood's done that a couple different times, sacrificed in the last few games, and gets to the meat of the order, Weber, Pike, and Hayes. Oh, big man's out there on the bases. I guess he won the long straw.
Oh, yes. Really good idea. 1 out, runner on second base. 1-0 ball game. Broncos on top here in the bottom half of the first. Montini, a left-handed pitcher out of the stretch. We'll see how the Rams benefit or not benefit here as Weber will take a strike on the inside corner for 0-1. Forget how big of a difference shades make.
Yeah. You'll notice tonight when you got a headache, you can't figure out why.
Oh, no. That's what inspired me by shades in the first place.
Kind of worried what kind of other things you have in this briefcase.
Everything's safe and legal. Nothing in one, and that's going to be a bender.
Yeah.
Looks like it just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. April 25th, 2009. Had such a migraine from not having sunglasses on that I went and bought a pair of sunglasses for the first time in my life. Don't know why. I remember, but I do. Time is called, and of course, the count is 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Scoring position is the runner at second base, Campbell. Thomas Weber at the plate, looking against Kyle Jackson, left-handed hurler. Here comes high. Comes a 2-1 count with Jake Pike on deck. So 2-1 the count. Weber, the right-hander, against Jackson, the lefty. And this is going to be a wild pitch that gets away. Into third base goes Campbell, and he's going to hide and see how things go here. He's going to stay at third on the wild pitch.
Good to see Mount Vernon bounce back after giving up that early run. Try to get back into this.
So Weber has a hitter's count, 3 balls and a strike, with 1 out and a runner on third base here in the first. Had to move the game to Rend Lake College due to the weather. So many games canceled today. As this is going to be a wild pitch. It's a walk, and the run will score. We're tied at 1.
Yeah. That's a nice start from Mount Vernon. Battle back, run scores on the wild pitch. It goes to the backstop.
Wasn't sure where to set up. It ended up okay.
I'm going to have to... We got to eliminate some things here. I'm going to have to eliminate some papers.
Yes, sir.
Because they can't have everything sitting here all day.
Just past the top of the 4 o'clock hour, WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Bottom of the first here from Rend Lake College, the Mount Vernon Rams and the Montini Broncos tied at 1. As Pike's going to step out of the box.
Regarding the roster. Yeah. Tee-hee.
Strike to Jake Pike. It was low, caught the zone, nothing and won the count with 1 out, a runner aboard. Tied at 1 in the bottom half of the first inning.
You like to feel like 1 out and a runner on, you get some more out of this.
Ooh, next pitch strike to Pike. Quickly 0-2.
Jerry Kuzman look-alike out on the mound. Kind of style delivery.
Oh, yeah.
4-year time.
No, I knew what you're talking about. That's why I was kind of wondering where you're going with that. It's just nothing to do with that.
I mean, the way it's set, delivery, the physique.
He was on a co-try rookie card with Nolan Ryan and Tom Seaver. The tops.
They took one hard. Catcher down. Took one. That's what happened behind the plate. Take one like that. He's down behind. The coach will come out.
I think it was Seaver and Ryan he was on there with. Jerry Kuzman.
Trainer for Mater Day?
Yep.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
First name Pat?
Jablonski?
Yeah.
Pat Jablonski.
Ryan Miller was amazing last night, speaking of hockey. My God.
I thought we got some information from Bentonway. You're talking
hockey, Benton, Ryan Miller.
Yes, he was.
Hockey, St. Louis. Man, he was it for a while. I mean, there was no other.
Oh, she came through?
Yeah.
Check, Kirk did something. Right now,
taking a look at the catcher to shake it off.
Kachi.
Of course, Montini comes south because they don't want to play. You know, get some games there in Southern Illinois in this warm weather we've had. Wink, wink. They have 10,000 people at Comiskey Park today at the cell, I guess, would be. They have 10,000 there. 35 degrees in Chicago, so you understand down here it probably feels like 80 to them. You see here at Rend Lake with the wind coming in out of the east, northeast, across the field to the southwest.
Appears to be okay. They're still taking a look at the catcher here.
He wants his glove back. I love this. Give my glove back. Coach says, no, not yet.
As the count is 0-2 on Pike with a runner on first. 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning. 1-1 ball game.
It's never not a windy day here on Rend Lake at the Ina campus. Never not a windy day, ever. Seems like the wind is always blowing down here. Now, when you cross the way and go to the golf course side of the lake, it just depends, you know. I mean, but it's odd how that works. They're going to let the catcher catch a couple. He's good. Get out of here, he says. They're like, throw another one. He's like, all right, I'll squat again. And he looks fine to me. He looks hurt, not injured.
Going to give it a go. Here we go. Jake Pike will step back in. 0-2 the count.
What else are going to do? 5 hours from home. You don't want to sit on the bench. I got about 18, 20 people now on this trip, both that can afford that, starting schools.
Here comes the 0-2 in the dirt. It'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jake Pike. Derek Hayes on deck for the Rams. 1-1 score here. Early from Rend Lake College. We'll have scoreboard updates this afternoon presented by Tony Wilcher, State Farm Agent. It's going to be Mother Nature 1, teams nothing for the most part.
There's not a lot of games right now.
Jackson set out of the stretch in the third. It's quickly a 2-2 count. Tony Wilt, you can find him in Mount Vernon, corner 42nd and South Water Tower, online at TonyWilt.com. Or try to find the white State Farm Jeep around town. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Pike. He's worked the count even on 2 straight balls after the catcher injury. And now here comes the 2-2. And this one is going to be lifted into right field on the run. Looks like Coleman. And he'll make the grab as that hangs up a little bit. Try to throw behind the runner at first base, Connor Story, who's in for Thomas Weber. But nothing doing. And there's 2 outs for Derek Hayes.
Lazy fly ball hung up in the wind. Easy out. Rams need a little two-out bingo, keep the inning going, and maybe get a run.
See what they can do here. Of course, as you said, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning, tied at 1. First pitch in the dirt to the right-handed Hayes, and it's 1-0. Ryder Story not going to go.
Now I'm back. I'm in the groove now. Everything's written in. Everything's done.
Basically, how flustered one can get when that's. I was thinking, okay, it's this time.
Yeah.
I want to go at this time, and I don't have anything. And then it's going to be low to Hayes. 2 balls, no strikes.
My thought pulling in was they've started because they've seen radar. They don't want to chance it. I'll be running in trying to catch up, but I did okay there. Jesse Roscoe warming up in their bullpen.
Runner go, and it's going to be a pitch low. We'll see if it was low enough to catch the zone, or I should say high enough in the zone. As the runner is safe on the stolen base, they're going to have a conversation with the pitcher.
Yep. Here come they say, I think you forgot about him. If you watch the guy warming up down the left field line for Montini, it is Jesse Orozco. So we got Jerry Kuzman starting and Jesse Orozco coming out of the pen. For those of you who can remember those two names pitching. It is odd. Now, it's a coach, pitcher, catcher talk, so ain't nobody in trouble but the pitcher and catcher for not holding that guy close. You know, some music blaring in the background. This is something that I think with Rend Lake College and more teams should do is play games here. You got the facility used in the spring, obviously, by the Rend Lake team, but it'd be a place to come down and play.
No, softball-wise, they've hosted a super sectional here through Benton High School, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
2 outs and a 2-0 count here on the batter Hayes with the runner in scoring position. So a chance to take the lead here in the bottom half of this long first inning. Jackson's pitch is on the way, and it's going to be high. And that was actually a 3-0 pitch. My apologies. It'll be a base on balls with 2 outs to put 2 aboard for Tyler Morgan, who can help out his own cause.
Yeah. 1 year, many times ago, second-round playoff game, DuQuoin had to travel to Lombard, Montini. That was a nice trip on a Saturday for the Indians, back when before they start changing things around.
Ooh, and that is going to be a first pitch strike to Tyler Morgan. He used to have many, I'm sure they still do have their baseball camps here every summer. Things were not this nice when I was in Warrior baseball camp. 0-1 the count to Morgan. Here comes the pitch on the way. It looks like it scoots out for 1-1.
Now, Vernon, a little 2-out hit here might surge their confidence a little bit.
See what they can do against the lefty, Kevin Jackson, the pitcher. Tied at 1 here in the bottom half of the first inning with 2 outs and 2 aboard. We await the 1-1 pitch. Here it comes, and this is going to be hit the opposite way, shading foul down the right field line on a play. Now it becomes 1-2.
Sun popped out. It became kind of a nice day here.
Yes, it did.
I mean, they got lucky to get this one here in and everything else.
I was fully expecting the cancellation call.
Yeah, Benton and Hamilton County baseball will be at 5 o'clock at Hamco. Let's move from Benton. Hamco has a tarp.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count, 2 outs. Tied 1-1 in the bottom half of the first inning. Could this be a blooper in the shallow left center field? It won't. As the shortstop Bob able to get there to make the grab. Tied at 1-1. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Welcome you back, WMIX and WMIXsports.com. As we head to the top of the second, Rams and Montini are tied at 1. It'll be the bottom of the order due up for Montini with Gerbish, Hennessy, and Pullman. Start off with left-handed Gerbish. The Morgans, of course, are combined 3-0. Tyler has 2 of those wins. Struck out the first 2 batters faced in the first inning, then gave up a walk, a single, and another base hit. And that is how he got to a 1-0 Montini lead. Then the Rams came back in the bottom of the inning, got 1 run on no hits. And that is where we are, tied at 1. Here comes the pitch on the way, outside corner. It is a strike.
Big zone today, which is good to see.
Yes, it is.
Another sealed zone that gets people going.
Of course, Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams and Wendy Rams Athletics here on WMIX. Welcome back to Personal Banking. You'll find locations in Alfred and Dixwood on the 9A. You can read more about their one account featuring free checking and high-yield interest at comfirstbank.net. As the 1-1 pitch is high, 2 balls and a strike to Gerbish.
Hey, Alpha Lace is still over there.
Yeah. Haven't been there in years.
Oh, me neither. Just play a lot of studying there.
Uh-huh. I tried never to go over there. It's 3-1, and that'll be a ball that misses for a while.
A lot of studying done there.
There were just a couple people I did not get along with that were always in the South Oasis. So I didn't spend as much time in there as I could have.
South Oasis was a haven of things to do.
I remember 9/11, though. I watched a lot of the coverage in the South Oasis. Got the big screen TV. Crazy. Here it comes. Of course, what's scarier on the first pitch strike to Hennessy is there's kids young enough to not remember that day. Yep. Of course, it happens with everything, every walk of life. Of course, what's happening right now is a 0-1 count on the batter, Hennessy. With a runner on first, nobody out in the second, and this is going to be high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pitches early for Mr. Morgan, which is not his usual M.O. here in 14.
Of course, Hennessy hoping to crack open an inning here.
Oh, yeah, not a very tall drink.
Oh, God, it's tied. Out of the way goes the head of Hennessy. And it is 2-1.
That's amazing. Sunshine here in southern Franklin County. Southern Jefferson. I can see Franklin County.
Well, I think we all can, as long as we have good vision. This is going to be popped up down the bottom
right across the street there.
Yes, sir.
You can hit one from out of the county here. You
Yeah.
want to hold one down the right field line.
Top of the second, 1-1 ball game. Runner aboard. Had Hennessy with a 2-2 count. Pitcher Morgan working down to the stretch, the right-hander. So glad to be with you. WMIX, WMIXsports.com. You can also follow us on Twitter. This will be a bunt drop down. It's going to be a foul ball.
Called by the base umpire. That ball bounced up off the plate, hit the runner batter in the box. Goes to the foul ball.
RWS is all over it.
Oh, he is. How did he get up on this game?
I don't know.
Because that's a rarity.
Well, if they had a cancellation, you can take your pick now.
Yeah, that's true.
2 balls, 2 strikes is the count. The right-hander, Hennessy, the left fielder. That's Pullman, I'm sorry. As he bunted it foul on 2 strikes and was out, obviously. As they'll check on the runner first, it dribbles away. He's not going to be able to go anywhere. Got caught napping on that pitch.
Field looks to be in good shape.
In great shape.
I'm guessing the tarp was on.
Told me they have no tarp.
Down the left field line.
Oh. When April fooled me a day late. That'll happen. April fooled a few times yesterday.
Yeah.
Morgan, the pitcher, out of the stretch. 0-1 the count here to Austin Pullman. This will be a runner going. Throw down to second. It's going to get away and into second base safely. It's Gerbish.
Yep.
There we go. 1-1.
Yeah, both teams running at will today, seems like. Montini's got enough players you might see a guy an inning throwing for them. Who knows, every 2 innings.
Got to do what you got to do.
They got to get games in for they head back yonder.
What is it at? The Suburban Catholic Conference?
Yep. That is a beast of a conference. That pitch is high. Yeah. Nice for a team like that to be able to travel and play.
Yeah.
Same hotel.
Well, first you got to travel to school, as they'll check back on the runner a second. And then you got to travel down to where you're going. Some of the kids, quite the trip.
Some of them probably have never been out of the city or the suburbs of Chicago, so it's a new experience for them.
Oh, I bet it is.
I mean, I bet they were like, where are all the buildings?
Yeah. Where are we and why are we here? The 2-1 swung on a miss, becomes 2-2, 1 out. Here in the top half of the second inning, it's a 1-1 ball game. The Rams and Broncos all tied up here early. Here's Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Holly Carroll is back in our mouth in the studio. Play about second chance auto after this foul ball. I thought I was going to have one earlier, and I was disappointed when it just went to my right.
You know, open dugouts, you can stand on the rail. College dugouts, so not to worry you here.
He's 2-2 to Austin Pullman with 1 out and a runner on second base. Gets his swing checked, and it's going to low.
He didn't go.
Nowhere near.
It's a roll over to the top of the order here, depending on what happens with Pullman.
As those getting their work in the bullpen look on. Like, they have just a bullpen catcher, too.
I'm sure they do.
2-2 coming. That's a full count. It's going to be a pitch and misses low for a walk. One runner on first, runner on second. 2 aboard here with 1 out on the top of the stand. Take sunglasses for granted. Go ahead run on second for the Broncos as Besto will step in. He struck out looking his first time up. As the pitch count rises here for Tyler Morgan. Out of the stretch, fires a fastball low. And it's 1-0. Second chance auto, one of our Rams booster sponsors. You can find them on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced at $10,000 in one location, as well as bank rate financing for all. Here comes 1-0 pitch inside low. 2 balls, no strikes.
Plate hopping around on Morgan right now. He's trying to toe with the rubber a little bit, trying to find a rhythm here. Two out of the count, 1 gone, 2 aboard here in the second. That's going to bounce for a ball. 3 balls, no strikes. So after starting off well with back-to-back backwards Ks, it's been a little troublesome for the senior Tyler Morgan as we're in the top of the second in a 1-1 ball game, but Montini threatening. Here comes. That's going to be about belt high. Looks like it caught the inside corner. 3-1. Pitch and route. There it goes. That is going to be lined in the right field for a base hit. And then an error on the right fielder is going to make it bases loaded. Of course, it's going to go. Well, it won't be an error because he just booted it, but nobody advanced. So now its base is loaded and 1 out. Tim Holloway will make a trip to the mound. Visits to the mound is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the Mount Vernon Rams as well as the local community. So we'll talk things over here as Montini is threatening with the bases loaded. So the runner, who was a little sluggish to get to third base, of course, waiting to see if it's going to be caught, did not come around to score, thus no error. Thus it's just the bases loaded. And thus the Rams are in trouble with only 1 out. Falling behind the count, do that every time. That's what's happened here to Mr. Morgan. And then he's thrown a ton of pitches here early on, which is not his ball wax that he's made this year so far in 14. He's really been a guy that's been very limited on pitches, taking total pitches, but this time here not done very well so far. We'll bring in the lefty, Rhett Vukovic. Struck out looking his last time up. Bases loaded here. Just swinging for a grand slam as he fouled it off near the third base dugout. Nothing in 1. Yeah, he was swinging for something. He jumped. He figured fastball down the middle to get ahead, and he figured right. He just missed the pitch. Looks like he was trying to slap for a grand slam. Almost like he was running as he swung. And this time he will rip one to the mid of Pike. It'll be a second out. Boy, he lined it Pike right in his mitt, and that helps out big time. Hit it on the screws. Only problem was it was caught. Defense can take back now. Bases loaded 2 out. There's an out anywhere right now. Community First Bank of the Heartland is your official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. Find them in Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. It's the home of the 1 account.
is free checking and high-yield interest. Bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the second, tied at 1. Morgan out away from getting out of the jam. Here comes high fastball, 1-0. Kachi.
Yeah, Kachi.
Now the count, 1 ball and no strikes, 2 gone. Bases loaded here in the second, another one high. It's going to be 2-0. He walked and scored back in the first. Would appreciate the same, I'm sure, here in the second. 2 outs and the bases loaded. Rams trying to get out of this jam. There you go, strike across the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Jake McCatchy, Austin Klein to follow. Klein actually singled but was stranded on third back in the first inning. Rams scored their run without a base hit. 2 hits on the day. Coming into the inning, of course, for the Broncos. As they take a pitch low, it'll be 3-1 out of McCatchy. 2 bases on balls and a single. Given up in the inning by Tyler Morgan. Now with the count of 3-1. He'll take that. Foul ball over the third base dugout.
Full boat. Runners will be going on the pitch. Full count.
Curious to see what he'll select here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded here at the top of the second. A 1-1 ball game. Pitch on the way is going to be low, and that'll walk a runner in. Overthrew it.
Yeah, he was trying to throw it 600 mile an hour. It didn't work. Orms had helmets, and it's 2-1 now, Montini.
Broncos on top, of course, 2-1 here in the top of the second inning. As in will step Austin Klein. He singled his last time, was stranded on third, as the Broncos have stranded a pair of runners. Rams hoping to make him strand 5 by the time this inning's said and done. On a pitch that's slow, but it catches. 0-1 to Austin Klein. Winning Edge, one of our Rams Booster sponsors. You can customize just about any apparel or activewear for your team, business, or organization. Find them online at winningedgeusa.com or stop by and see them at 212 South 9th Street in Mount Vernon. This is going to be hit into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. How many are going to come around to score? There's 1. Here comes 2 as crossing the plate is Jake Pestel, and it's 4-1. Montini.
Boy, aggressive base running. McCatchy with first and third on a shallow hit to right, and a 2 RBI single, and Montini in business here, 3-0 early.
Two RBI single by Austin Klein.
First, third situation, in fact, Thomas Weber steps out in front of the plate, signals the infielders, so they know if the cut play, throw through, hold it, throw to third, whatever they're going to do, throw the pitcher. Various options.
2 outs, Freddie Bava. He had the RBI his last time as he'll take a pitch. It'll be across the plate, a little inside. 0-1 the count here with runners at the corners. 2 outs, 4-1 ball game. 3 runs across the plate here in this top half of the second. We'll see if the Rams have an answer with the bottom of the order due up in their half. Morgan set out of the stretch. Here comes the pitch across the plate. Good pitch, 0-2.
Much better.
Tomorrow's very much in question if you look at the forecast and then see some of the storms that went through, of course, earlier in the day. As this will be a check swing foul ball, first base side. First base coach. Stays 0-2 on the batter, Baba.
Vernon needs to get out of this at 4-1. 4 runs on 4 hits for Montini so far. Mount Vernon has yet to get a hit. Of course, only batted 1 time.
0-2 with 2 gone. Runners at the corners. Here comes. Front footed. Off the mid of Pike. And able to get there to cover in time. Nope, a run's going to score. And at third base goes what is now the lead runner. 5-1 Montini.
Yeah. Runner to third, runner to first, E3. So 4 of the runs are going to be, 3 of them will be earned. That one come in on the error. And Montini right now has batted around pretty quietly in the inning. What happens when you walk the guy 3-2 and you just had that wicket out to Pike? Floodgates opens.
Now a fastball swung and missed by Tommy Long. He struck out his last at bat. As runners at the corner, still 2 outs, 5-1 Montini on top. They've scored 4 here in this half inning. Morgan set, here comes. This will be low. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's like he's trying to get a little bit more velocity out of his fastball.
Yeah, and he's like you said, he's overthrowing, and when you do that, when you overthrow, your tendency to step short, which means, or step longer because you're trying to hold it longer, and then it goes in the dirt. He's right now trying to throw too hard as that ball missed high and in. His release point is not the same. And when you start doing that, you're trying to throw too hard, it takes a while to get back in rhythm. And it has turned out to be a long top of the second here for the Rams.
2 balls and a strike, 2 outs. Runners at the corner, top half of the second inning. Broncos have scored 4 times in the inning. Rams trying to get out of this top half of the second on a foul tip. It evens down to 2-2 for Tommy Long.
He was trying to hit one long there, too.
Long
runner was going from first. Montini, I think, smells a little blood in the water here. They're trying to be rather aggressive on the bases. Noticed on a couple of hits, boy, they really take the turns and inside the bag very well. Very fundamentally sound.
Here comes the pitch. It's going to be high. They're going to throw down to second. Here comes the throw home. As it was cut off and out at the plate, will be the lead runner, Clyde. So the Rams get out of the inning by some great defense. But it's 5-1 Montini. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
You hear about truck months? Well, 2014 is already setting up to be a truck year. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ram truck dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. Backed by popular demand, ABC Ally Financing is back. All 2014 Ram Quad Cab Express, Bighorn, and Outdoorsman models qualify for this program. Not only do you get a $2,500 rebate, Ally Financial will give you $3,000 on top of that. That's $5,500 in total discounts, plus you will get a low finance rate for up to 84 months. Payments could be as low as $350 on a new 2014 Ram Quad Cab truck. Come see one of our sales associates who will help you find any other qualifying discounts. Hurry to King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or browse our inventory online at kingcitychryslercenter.com.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. As we're here at Rend Lake College, the Mount Vernon Rams and the Montini Broncos in baseball action as we head to the bottom of the second. Rams trailing 5-1 after giving up 4 runs in the top half of inning number 2. 7, 8, 9 due up. It'll be Blake Jones, Braden Smith, and Zach Brookman.
So far in this game, everybody scored in their half of the inning. 3 halves of an inning, and everybody scored 6 runs early between the 2 teams. Uh-oh. And we'll have to see the sitting in the dugout if that bothers Jackson at all, or is he good with it or not.
That's not going to work. As the first pitch from Jackson, Jones shows bunt, pulls back, it's in the dirt. It's going to be a quick 1-0 count to Blake Jones to start things off. Here in inning number 2.
Actually, Benton McLean's playing. DuQuoin is playing today, of course, in their facility. What are you doing, magician?
I got all
duct tape in your pockets?
All kinds of things in my pockets. Here comes. I wore the Gore-Tex coat, which is like way too warm for right now.
Yeah, but
rain. I got ponchos for us, too, here in the cooler.
Yeah.
Got other stuff, the hot hands. I picked up the chairs today as this is going to be on a strike outside corner. 2 balls and a strike to Blake Jones. Braden Smith, the DH on deck, carrying a good bat lately. Here comes 3-1 in the dirt from Jackson to Jones. Community First Bank of the Heartland, home of the one account, featuring free checking and high yield interest. One means more. Community First Bank. Rams need more than one here. That's the way to start as Jones takes a 5-pitch walk over to first base for Braden Smith. So I'm out of sorts because I wrote backwards in the book. I wrote the Rams on the opposite page of what I would normally write.
I noticed that, but thought maybe you were doing something different.
Nope.
Okay.
Smith will stand in, runner on first. Nobody out, home half of the second inning. I think the middle of the road is the dividing line of the county.
Yes.
So if you drove in the middle, you'd theoretically be in both counties at the same time. But if you drove in your proper lane, you'd be in one county or the other.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. That's settled. As Jackson's going to step off the hill.
Jackson's from the School of American League pitching. They take forever.
Yeah. So Matt Morris are very like ilk in the National League.
Steve Traxel.
Oh, my gosh. I had the pleasure or displeasure, depending on how you look at it, at the time of going to a Zito Morris matchup at Busch Stadium. Literally thought we were going to be there about 6 hours, but it went relatively quickly. Back in 04, as the pitch on the way is going to catch the plate. Well located there. It's 1-1 Braden Smith. Feels like we've been here a while.
It does. And
we have
a lot of game, about an hour in already.
Pitch in the dirt from Jackson as Braden Smith, the right-hander, takes a 2-1 count.
Neither team, the pitchers right now, very consistent, at least early on, so struggle throwing strikes. Of course, that's going to extend the length of the game.
2-1 the count. Smith with a runner on first base. Rams down 4. It's 5-1 here in the bottom half of the second inning. Here comes the pitch on the way, as that's going to be just above the knees and good for a strike. It's going to leave things up here with a 2-2 count. Rend Lake College is where we are. They power our video streaming. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands of dollars on your college education. 2-2. Nope. Jackson's going to fire over to first base to check on the runner Jones. Nothing doing with the marginal lead at best.
Yeah, Jones is not far enough off to get out of the shadow off the base.
Two coming. Oh, it's going to be popped up left side. Let's see what happens here. Gerbish and Bob. It's going to be Bob as the wind blows it that way, and there's your first down.
Jones was faked out by that move to the plate because Jones had dove back into first. Problem was he went home with the pitch.
That or he foresaw what was coming and wanted to make sure he wasn't double off. Oh, man. Beautiful day at the moment. Wow. Freshly manicured grass. Looks good. As Jackson will look the runner back to first base. Blake Jones got on via a walk off a 3-1 count. So now Zach Brookman stands in. He's hit the ball well as of late. Takes a pitch in the dirt, 1-0. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. You can find them online at KingCityChryslerCenter.com. And, of course, look for that express lane, fast oil changes, and more. It's service without a necessary appointment. As this pitch is up and in to the right-handed Brookman, it'll be 2-0. Jackson will fire. Here it comes. Just this catcher tried to frame it at 3-0.
Strike zone getting a little awkward. Widen that thing out. Make it a little taller. Let's go.
3-0 the count here to Brookman. Runner on first, one out in the second, as this will be across the plate for a strike. 3-1 with one out here in the second. A runner aboard. Jones, a marginal lead this time off the first. This is going to be a low strike. Full count, 3-2. People hitting golf balls over there.
Yeah, driving range.
This is wind.
Decade or more.
Really?
Yeah.
Full count, I never knew about this. This is going to be low, and the runner was going. Not going to matter. It'll be a one-out walk, but runners at first and second. And Ryan Campbell stepping in. He walked and scored his last time.
That might be the end of Jackson.
Really?
Montini's coach is real pleased the way Jackson went about things.
Huh. Well, that's intriguing. As the Vincent Amount is presented by the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the Mount Vernon Rams as well as the local community. Where do you get your balls from?
Probably from inside the gym or somewhere.
Huh.
Well, Jackson's out of the game. He leaves the game with a no-hitter. Gave up one run. It was earned. Walked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Struck out none. So he will not figure into the decision. And they're going to bring in number 19. As we dig into that roster of theirs, is Andrew Klisch, another lefty.
How's that spelled?
Klysha.
I assumed I. That's what I get. I just want to see if I was right. So another lefty to come in the pitch, Andrew Klisch. Inherits 2 aboard and 1 out, so 1 1/3 of inning goes the starting pitcher. As Danny said, technically throwing a no-hitter. Perfect game well out the window with 5 walks. Oh, man. First batter you will see will be Ryan Campbell, leadoff spot for the Rams. Of course, Campbell walked and scored back in the first. It's been a lone Ram run as Montini has a 5-1 lead. Kind of curious about the lack of patience there, or if this is just a planned thing we're pitching by committee to try to see what they got.
5 walks in the first 1 and the third will do that to you.
Yeah, but
I'm sure not happy that, you got a 5-1 lead and you're out here you're nitpicking around the zone. So Klisch will come in. And take care of the duties. So he comes in. He's got a chance to be the winner. And it's another lefty. Now they send another guy down to the pen, a righty. So just as soon as one comes into the game, they send another one down there to warm up and get ready. The joy of death.
We'll see what happens. 5-1 ball game. 2 aboard here for Ryan Campbell with 1 out in the bottom half of the second inning. That is Andrew Klisch, the left-hander out of the stretch. His first pitch will come, and that will come just a little too inside. 1-0 will be the count here to Campbell. See if the Rams can get a big inning here. 3:30 down the line, 375 in the gaps, 395 straightaway center, as this could be a hard hit ground ball to third baseman. He'll step on the bag, fire over to first, and Campbell looks like he beat it out.
Yeah, legged it out into fielder's choice. 5 unassisted, fielder's choice. That'll be the second out of the inning. Tried to go 5-3 across the diamond. Campbell legged it out. Credit Campbell for hustling down the line. If he was lollygagging because he was back, if he hit it hard and was right at somebody, he could have been out, but he hustled through.
That'll bring in Reed Millwood with 2 on and 2 out here in the inning. As he'll take a pitch. Looks like it tailed inside for a strike. 0-1 to Millwood. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Find us on Facebook. We're on YouTube and all that jazz. As the pitcher Klisch is set, here it comes. Going to bounce in the dirt. 1-1 even count here to Millwood. Runners will have to stay put.
Yeah. Unless you're 110% sure right now with Mount Vernon down 4, you need to stay where you're at.
2 outs, bottom of the second, a 5-1 Montini lead. They scored 4, 3 of them earned. In the top half of the second inning, Weber awaits on deck. Pike in the hole here for the Rams, and the pitcher's going to back off of the rubber. Back at it tomorrow, allegedly. It'll be weather permitting at Alsop as the Rams open up South Pacific Conference play. Centralia has Carville. Marion will have Cahokia. As this could be popped up right side, the first baseman, Klein's going to chase. That one looks like it might have gotten down. Can't see from our perspective, but judging by the fact that the umpire gave the pitcher a new ball, it's a strike.
The catcher, as he came on near our area, he kept counting down 5, 4, 3. That was to tell the first baseman, hey, that you're getting closer to the fence. Good help by the catcher.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Millwood. 2 aboard here, 2 outs, bottom of the second. The pitcher Klisch looks back at the second base bag of the runner and now fires 1 outside. For 2-2 the count to Millwood.
Montini pitchers, they're worried about painting the finite strike zone instead of just going where they need to go.
The Broncos of Montini, and this could be a soft hit ground ball, third base, but he'll fire over to first. In time, Klein makes the grab, and 5-3 will retire the Mount Vernon side here in the second. Through 2, it's 5-1 Montini. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Women's health care just got closer to home, right here in Salem. St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care and OBGYNs Dr. Deborah Carson, Dr. Doug Combs, Dr. Jamie Plett, Dr. Elizabeth Byron-Nolan, and Dr. Michael Schifano are seeing patients every Tuesday at the Salem Family Health Center. That means you'll have a full range of OBGYN services close to home, including prenatal and wellness checks, incontinence treatment, and family planning options for when your family's complete. Plus, access to state-of-the-art Da Vinci robotic surgery for quicker recovery and less pain after hysterectomy. Ladies, your health is important, so why not get OBGYN care right here close to home by St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care. Call 1-877-456-2496 to make your appointment. That's 1-877-456-2496.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, as we head to the top of the third inning. Well, my calculation should be Long, Gerbish, and Hennessy. That was just one guy in the middle, not three. So Long, Gerbish, and Hennessy. Here in the top half of the third inning, Montini on top 5-1. It'll be Tyler Morgan back out for another inning of work. Game presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. 5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service. For all of your accounts, Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to Personal Banking. A pitch high here. Well, Tyler Morgan's got to throw strikes. Bottom line. Oh, we need some ottomans. 1-0 coming. This one's going to be popped up, foul right side, high in the air. That should scoot out of play. Pike's going to chase. Can't see it anyway. Not me. He could. Wynn's going to carry it out. 1-1. Ooh. One ball, one strike here in the top of the third. 5-1 Broncos. Here comes the pitch. This one's going to be straightened out just a little bit. Gines will have to move very far, and he'll make the grab for the first time. These tracks. Easy play for Gines and right. So that'll bring in Jack Gerbish, left-handed batter, the third baseman. Nobody on, one out in the top of the third inning. Broncos up 5-1 over the Rams. The Rams back in action tomorrow and Friday. This will be a first pitch high on the fastball, 1-0. Pitch coming. Ooh, just misses up. 2 balls and no strikes. Shooting range open. Just going to get a lot of work out. That was a 2-0 pitch that became a strike. A little bit up. 2 balls and a strike now with bases empty, 1 out here, top 3. Pitch and route coming. Fastball that time. What a good fastball was. It's a strike, 2-2. Look through this mesh screen, see what I see. 2-2 pitch in round, and that's going to move the batter off of the plate. It'll be 3 balls, 2 strikes, account full with 1 out and nobody on. 4 runs at the top of the second to put Montini on top 5-1. Rams scored in the bottom half of the first to even things up, but this will be fouled over the backstop. And we'll do it again, as that's going to go under the Montini bus. Or is that the RLC bus? Montini has yellow buses. That may be the RLC travel cruiser over there. As retired on strikes is Gerbish. That'll be 2 outs now here in the inning. Our favorite in yours will be Pat Hennessy stepping in. Struck out his last time up. Tried to bunt with 2 strikes, fouled it off. Ran into it. Now 2 outs and bases empty. He will send one shallow outfield grass. Looks like Millwood has the best eye on it, and he'll make the grab on the run. So there we go. Through 2.5, it's 5-1 Montini. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get in a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams. Powered by Community First Bank.
WMIX, WMIXsports.com. As we head to the bottom of the third inning for the Rams, will be 3, 4, and 5. Thomas Weber, Jake Pike, and Derek Hayes. They trail 5-1. Here's the Montini Broncos on a game that was a home game, but now it's on the road, now a neutral site, technically. The Rams are the home team. It's supposed to have been at Brennan Klein Memorial Field at 4:30. We got started here at 3:50 at Rend Lake College. Hunger pain starting in. Yeah. That'll happen. Andrew Bush is going to come out for his first full inning. He'll fire one into the dirt. It'll be 1-0 to Weber. We're on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Of course, the Rams had their first 1-2-3 inning defensively a half inning ago. That was good to see. As now Weber will rip one to Baba. It's short. He'll pick it up, fire across the diamond, and then 6-3 is your first down.
Kind of impressed with the left side of the Montini infield. Third baseman, shortstop, Kirby's and Bob are pretty darn good. It looks.
And Pike will stand in. One out, base is empty. Looking to bunt his way on. And he'll foul it off. It'll be no balls and a strike to Pike. Tony Willpower's our scoreboard updates. You can find them online at TonyWill.com. Look for the White State Farm Jeep around town or visit him in his office at the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. 0-1 the count to Pike. The lefty Clish on the hill out of the stretch he'll count. There's something off with this tie. 1 ball, 1 strike. One outside, 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, none of the pitchers really are interested in throwing a lot of strikes.
The 2-1 the count. Here comes the pitch on the way, and that's going to get away. Nobody on, so it's okay. 3 balls and a strike. As we near the 5 o'clock hour here in the bottom half of inning number 3, nobody on and 1 out for the Rams. 3-1 the count for Jake Pike. Here comes the pitch from the lefty. Turns him inside. It'll be a 1-out walk.
Well, Montini, they just can't get over them walks. Too many walks. That's not going to make them happy. And bullpen's ready. Hat just went up. So we'll probably see another pitcher before it's over. Montini can't find the plate.
As this one is going to be lifted in the left field. On the run will be Hennessy to try to catch up with this one near the track and the chalk, as this will be caught deep left field.
Man.
A fly ball out for Hayes.
Hayes into the ton, just picked the wrong ballpark, hit it in into the wind, and Hennessy ran wide over and made that catch look routine. Covered a lot of ground.
So now 2 outs, nobody on. You mentioned Montini pitchers unable to hit the plate, but it seems to be the same case for Ram offense. 1 run across back in the first. And outside of some walks, haven't done much since. As the lefty pitcher will check on the runner at first. Pike back, no problem.
First baseman gave Jake Pike a tag in the chest, and there's a light one. They were laughing about the Pike wasn't very far off.
Pitch from the way is going to be low and inside to Tyler Morgan, the pitcher. It can help his own cause, but there he gets 2-out bingo started here at the bottom of the third inning. 5-1 Montini on top. The Broncos are looking for a fly. I had them as 1-0, but apparently I was wrong about that.
I was told 2-0. I was told they lost last night. So we really don't know what their record is.
Morgan, the pitcher at the plate, and he will send one into center. Shouldn't be a problem for Wokovich, as they're going to need it to make the grab. So there go the Rams. They're in the bottom of the third. We're through 3. It's 5-1 Broncos. This is Mount for the Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Hi, I saw your ad for a checking account that earns interest on my money.
Oh, yes, that's our plutonium account, and it requires $50,000 to open.
What? How am I supposed to grow my money when I can't even afford to open the account?
Introducing Kasasa, free checking, where even the smallest balance earns high yields, plus refunds on ATM fees nationwide. Try Kasasa.com. Kasasa.
Kasasa is carried locally at People's National Bank or online at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
For 16 years, I wrote about the area's great teams. Now I'm part of a great team, the sales team, Schmidt Ford of Salem. Hi, folks, it's Mike McManus, and I'm proud to be part of the Schmidt Ford family. Whether it be a new or pre-owned vehicle, let me or any other of our professional sales consultants help you find your next car or truck. You'll be glad you did. So stop by Schmidt Ford of Salem or visit us online at schmidtfordofsalem.com.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, as redundant as that may have just sounded, driven by Ford Square. 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. You can view the inventory online at FordSquare.com. 9-1-2 due up for Montini in the top of the fourth with a 5-1 lead. First pitch on the way to Austin Pullman will catch the inside corner for a strike for Tyler Morgan.
Mount Vernon through 3 innings. Have a run, but no hits.
The 0-1 as we wait on it. Gonna miss high, of course. Not very vertically savvy as Austin Pullman. I tried to think of a sensitive way to say that. Tap down to the first base side. Pike's in trouble. Picks it up with the glove and scoops over to first base.
Good cover, 1-3. Or 3-1, I should say.
Normally, I would gripe about not picking it up with his hand, but wasn't in a position where he could reach down and get it.
No, he wasn't.
Only thing he could do.
Away from him.
Normally, you get a lecture. He did the best he could and actually made the best of that play to get the first out, 3-1. And now Jake Pesto will stand in. Singleton scored back in the second, but in that Montini lineup in that half inning, who didn't? The feel you get is this pitch will be a fine attempt. It's missed, nothing to one.
That's a good idea. Love to see leadoff guys or guys think and look around, see where the fielders are at, and think maybe bunt, kind of slap a little bit. That's good baseball. Good thinking.
Oh, pardon me.
Heads up.
Where's it going?
Over top of our heads.
Nothing to do.
Yeah, had the rotation. The thing about it is, if we go straight up here, it's going to blow back behind us.
Yeah.
But you got to be heads up anyway. Don't want to hit that briefcase.
Well, I yawned.
Hate to lose that piece of equipment.
I yawned, and then eyes closed, and everything else just kind of faded away. Nothing to do. Looks like he tipped it foul to the backstop. We'll do it again. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on, top 3. 5-1 Broncos on top, trying to get this one in.
People sitting up there in the bleachers about 15 rows high. I don't think that'd be real warm right now.
Next one, going to turn inside to Pesto. It's 1-2. Morgan set. Here it comes on 1-2 as this one is going to be into center. Jones will have to backpedal just a bit to make the grab. Good play.
Toughest play for an outfielder to catch. Toughest ball is the one hit on the line right at you. Boy, Jones just turned, left shoulder, 10 steps, bang, caught it. Made it hard play look easy.
Of course, Blake's older brother, Zach, plays here. Rend Lake College.
Yeah?
Well, many others. LT, Clayton Reeves. Is this going to be a bunt drop down, third baseline foul? With 2 outs, nobody on, it's going to be 0-1 to Rhett Wokovich.
I figured some of them, Clayton had to go to the driving range, he said. Maybe he's going to come back.
It's driving range I've never seen before in my life.
It's there. Right, there's a track over there, too.
I knew the track was there. That started whenever I was roaming the halls. As this one is up, and it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike.
So you used to be able to drive under the academic.
Yes, you could. That was amazing. I love that.
But that's been shut down now for a while.
That went away when I got here. That'll be 1-2. I love that.
And you have to go around the theater and all that to get around campus now.
What also started when I got here was that blinking light telling you you're going faster than 15, because everybody and our brother is going faster than 15 through there. It's 1-2. That went well faster than 15 as well. It's breaking the speed limit on campus. It's doing it.
Remember when the facility across the interstate was built?
2-2. This is going to be foul down the right field line. And count stays 2-2.
Yeah.
Remember, for a while in the South Oasis, they used to have a Dippin' Dots machine in there.
Yeah. A lot of crazy things.
Ice cream of the future. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Up. It misses.
Well, and, you know, of course, a lot of card games were played in the South Oasis. A lot of good times. Spoons was an amazing game there. Science building was
like literally with spoons.
Yeah.
This is going to be fouled off, slicing foul toward the bullpen, where of course there's action. And we do it again. Full count here. 2 outs. Darn it, Hugo, get your book straight. 2 outs with nobody on here in the 4th.
A lot of events for county schools happen here. Of course, the one that comes to mind is the state tournaments for boys and girls basketball.
Well, there's that.
They have a big music concert. It used to on a Thursday, Friday in the spring. That was on Friday. Come down, practice course on Thursday, band on Friday.
Yeah, I remember that.
Did that. Always enjoyed that day out of school.
Got that day out of school, and then if you're one of those on the Scholar Bowl team, we used to have the tournament down here.
Yeah.
Not that I would know anything about that.
We used to have it at Logan Street.
There's that
there
too.
One year, yeah.
That was the junior high one. Of course, that was a high school event. My apologies. I got confused. Full count, 2 gone, bases empty, and Rokovich will hit this one up the middle for a base hit. 2-out single in the 4th, and that'll bring in Kachi.
Montini's definitely got their bats going. You know, Mariners have scored 18 runs in 2 games against the Angels. Oops. Angels must not be good. Spend that money.
If you spend a lot of money on...
Well, I mean, you can't spend it on... I don't think you should... 31, 32, and you're giving them 8-10-year contracts. That's silly. You know?
Artie Brown.
Yeah, my organization are going to build from the bottom up, which is I really would rather have that.
Yeah, pays off eventually. Got to be patient. This is going to be fouled off by the left-handed McCatchy. He's walked and scored twice today. Of course, I made the statement in the second inning. I'm sure he'd be glad to do that again, and didn't think he'd really do it again. Second Chance Auto, one of our proud Rams supporters. You can find them on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Home of your largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced under $10,000 in one location. Also, bank rate financing for all. How about that? There's a reason they've been around for over 34 years. Runner's going. However, wasn't going to have a throw.
Wasn't going to have a throw, and then he tried to flip it out of his glove in his hand. You got to go in there and grab that baseball out of that mitt, especially catcher's mitt. Yeah, you're doing what I'm doing.
I'll have the attention span not to. 1-1 the count with a runner in scoring position. 2 outs here in the inning. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be up 2-1 to McCatchy. Digging in. Neatly shaped rocks, though.
Yeah.
That's 2-1 is the count. Morgan trying to get the Rams out of the inning with 2 outs, trying to keep it unscathed, and that'll be a good pitch over the plate. 2-2 the count. It's even to catcher McCatchy. That might be my favorite name outside of Wolkovich. So 2-2 the count, 2 gone, 5-1 the Rams trail here at the top of the 4th. On a pitch that fluttered around and just missed. The count is full with Austin Klein on deck. He's been an RBI machine for the Horses. See if there's an out pitch here for Morgan. Catches the outside corner. There it is. That'll be strikeout number 6 on the night. We head to the home half of the 4th. Rams trailing 5-1. This is Now for the Baseball from WMIX Sports.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. For the Rams, that'll be the bottom of the order with Blake Jones, Braden Smith, and Zach Brookman, barring any changes to Tim Holloway's lineup. That's a 5-1 ball game. 5 runs for the Broncos on 5 hits. They do have an error. They've stranded 4 runners. While the Rams, believe it or not, are still seeking their first base into the afternoon. I believe 6 walks on the day have been their base runners. They've stranded 5 of them. Same pitcher. Andrew Klisch out for his second full inning of work.
He has an inning and a third, 2/3 under his belt.
As he, too, is working to combine for this no-hitter.
Yeah. Mount Vernon without a hit yet. They have left, amazingly, 5 on base. That tells you how many walks that Montini has allowed through the first 3 innings.
I believe the Braves combined for a 3-pitcher no-hitter back in 1990.
Yeah.
I know Kent Merker, I believe, was one of them.
I think it was a little after 90.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think it was 90. Got a baseball card with it on it. Sotomayor's low to Blake Jones for the first pitch, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Community First Bank in the Heartland. Featuring free checking and high-yield interest, they have that 1 account. 1 means more, Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Bunt drops down, first base line. It'll go foul. It'll be 1-1.
Clouding up quite quickly here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there's some precipitation south of us in Heron. How's it going in that suitcase?
Love it.
Cleanup's easy.
That's a nice little briefcase we got there.
I've been accused of things with that.
1-1 count on that. It's going to be, the shortstop picks it up outside the back, fires over to first, and just barely beats Blake Jones. It'll be 6-3.
Oh, shortstop tapped that glove almost one too many times. Braden Smith is up. Popped out the shortstop this last time. Winds died down considerably here in the last 10-15 minutes.
This briefcase has witnessed a no-hitter before.
Oh, my. Look left.
Hold on. First pitch on the way is going to be bunted in foul territory up. Nice. I saw on Twitter that he was coming down here. It's nothing to 1.
Yeah.
To Braden Smith, 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Rams down 5-1.
They're probably rained out or something today.
Well, people are. They had a touch of severe weather over in the Metro East.
Well, they have an 1.5 size.
Some did.
Yeah, hail or something, big hail that way.
Bigger than quarter size.
Yeah.
Of course, you're discouraged from calling it marble size. A lot of people don't know that because marbles come in different sizes. So if you were to go to ever report a size of hail to the National Weather Service office, whether it be St. Louis, Lincoln, Paducah, Evansville, you'd be discouraged from using the term marble. That's your PSA for the day, I suppose. 1-1 coming. Swung on a miss. It's 1-2. So Braden Smith, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th. Rams trailed by 4. They're instead encouraged to use obviously like tea or coins, specific order. Coins. Yes. Which is why you've heard that more lately.
Right.
And the 1-2 comes. And this could be popped, foul. First base dugout over the crowd. Toward the Coal Miner Training Center. A's 1 ball and 2 strikes with Zach Brookman on deck.
I don't know about you, but that guy from Montini warmed up. He's been warming up since like second. He has got to be ready to go. I think he's thrown more pitches than both starters.
1-2, it's 2-2. Well, I'll tell you what, if that pitch was high, if this was a video game, he would actually be getting fatigued from having worn up because that was actually a possibility in some of them. where the guy would get tired and lose some stamina because of it. As realistic as this is going to drop, it'll be a Texas leaguer to left center field for a base hit. One out variety, and the Rams cracked the goose egg in the hit column. First hit of the day belongs to Braden Smith.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Mount Vernon has seen enough left-handers this year than they have in the total last 3 years. It's been amazing how many left-handers the Rams have already ran into.
Pitch and round, swung on a miss to Brookman. It'll be 0-1. He walked his last time, but like the other Ram base runners in the second, he was stranded. Right now, the sky's trying to start to look rather ominous. He'll be fouled off by Brookman, and will be no balls and 2 strikes. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Tony Will presents our scoreboard updates, of which we've had none other than Mother Nature 1, teams nothing.
A lot of teams nothing. There's not a lot of scores going on right now in the Twitterverse. A lot of track meets, tennis. Everything else got washed out early.
Oh, strike call on the outside corner. They'll throw behind the runner, and Smith is back in safely. As there's 2 outs, Tony Wilt, you can find him in Mount Vernon on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower, worldwide at TonyWilt.com. Or try to find the White State Farm Jeep around town and get you a better state with State Farm. As we're back to the top of the order with Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood on deck should the inning continue. 2 outs and a runner aboard here in the bottom of the 4th. Or also the Ram deficit at 5-1. Ooh, took something off it on that pitch, and Campbell will swing through, 0-1.
Nothing really on the Twitterverse. Checking them out. College, nothing else.
I haven't looked at the radar lately. As we await the 0-1 pitch, I know you've been on it. This one is going to be a soft hit ground ball to second base. Pastel picks it up. Fires over to first in time. 4-3 retires aside in the 4th. Through 4th. 5-1 Montini. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Feed me, Seymour. Rend Lake College's production of the cult classic Little Shop of Horrors is coming Thursday through Sunday, April the 3rd through the 6th, to the Rend Lake College Theater in Ina. This musical is a spoof of the 1960 film about a Skid Row floral assistant who discovers a carnivorous plant. As the meat-eating plant grows, so do the problems. Thursday through Saturday performances are at 7 p.m., and the Sunday matinee is at 2 p.m. Tickets are only $12. Call the Rend Lake College box office at 437-5321, extension 1467.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
WMIX, WMIXsports.com, as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Middle of the order, Austin Klein, Eddie Bava, Tommy Long due up here for the Montini Broncos out of the Suburban Catholic Conference. You're on a Southern swing. They beat the Benton Rangers yesterday 5-3. Not sure if they go back home after this or they have one more down here somewhere.
I'm sure they're probably here Thursday, Friday, maybe go back Saturday or play Thursday, Friday, go home Friday night. I'm sure they're staying somewhere, probably maybe in Mount Vernon or
that'd be the safest bet.
Marion, depending on where most of their games are at.
Historically, I know they've stayed in the King City. Sam Storm, your new Mount Vernon pitcher, as he takes over and promptly gives up a fly ball to right center field. Shouldn't be a problem for Zach Giants. He'll make the grab, and there's your first out.
F9, first pitch swinging. We'll get the totals on Mr. Morgan here shortly.
And in steps in Eddie Bava. He has an RBI to his credit. Reached on an error his last time up, and now takes a first pitch strike across the inside corner. Good-looking pitch from Sam Storman.
Tyler Morgan, 4 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 of those earned, 5 walks, 5 Ks. Can be the loser. Will not be the winner in this one, no matter what happens.
With even count out of Bava. 1 ball, 1 strike.
A little brighter outside now. Doesn't look as bad. Why? What's the matter?
None. 1-1 coming. This is going to be a ground ball. Oh, I mean, stopped by Campbell. Made it look easy. Now the throw across the diamond. And a good scoop out of the dirt by Jake Pike, 6'3". On what I'd consider a web, Jim.
That was a pretty good play. And the Montini coach even talked to him, said something to him. That's kind of classy. Very sportsmanship-esque. Nice job. Of course, you get down here to web jams, you got to beat number 4 now. He comes to town this weekend.
Yeah, he does. They're actually running quite a few ads for it.
Yeah.
As the first pitch seen by Tommy Long goes long in the left center field. No problem, says Blake Jones. So there we go. We are through 4.5. 1, 2, 3 go the Broncos. Still 5-1 Montini. This is Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get out a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Rams trailing the Broncos 5-1. It'll be Millwood, Weber, Pike due up to start off the inning against some consistency now on the hill. Andrew Klisch, still the pitcher for the Broncos. Interesting. Winning Edge, one of our Rams Booster sponsors. Of course, they can customize just about any activewear apparel, just about anything for you. See what they can do at winningedgeusa.com or 212 South 9th Street in Mount Vernon. Okay.
Yeah, I think he went to use the facility.
Oh, he's permanent lawn over there.
Yeah.
That in itself is a novel concept.
Yeah, concession stand area. Right in the middle of the softball, baseball, and track facilities here at Rend Lake College.
Of course, for a time, the track and cross-country program is very successful here at RLC. There's some procedural changes. And still successful to a different degree. Getting away from that as we see Reed Millwood. Here in this bottom half of the 5th inning, down 5-1. Rams needs a base hit. 6 pitch in the dirt, though. Good eye. It's 1-0.
Rams need base runners, base hits, everything here in this one.
Rams need more than one. Of course, one not such a bad thing at Community First Bank. As this can be popped up and okay.
That's to our left.
1-1 the count. One means more at Community First Bank of the Heartland. It means free checking and high yield interest. Just ask for one at Community First Bank. Comfort and Dix, Woodlawn and Ina. Rams, of course, looking to play Clinton at Busch Stadium on Sunday, May the 4th. 1-1 coming. I don't see it. It's somewhere. It's going to be in the right field. On the run is the right fielder, and making the catch is Pullman.
Play. A couple hard outs for Millwood to third, and then a fly out to right. He hit that one a long way opposite field. There's nothing wrong with that swing. Just found a miss.
One out will step Thomas Weber. Base is empty. Here at the bottom of inning number 5, 5-1 ball game. Fisher pitcher, of course, for the Broncos. Left-hander out of the stretch will fire. First pitch will miss high to Tommy Webb. It's 1-0. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. Find their selection of Lincoln Luxury on the lot at 1501 Broadway, or look online at fordsquare.com. As this is going to be ripped foul just outside the bag. It'll be nothing.
Turned on that hanger. Had a cement mixer curveball written on it. It hung up in the zone, and Thomas just pulled it inside the bag at third out of foul territory. Just missed it on the outside, I should say. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it too. 1-1.
Pretty good stuff.
Here comes the pitch on the way high. 2 balls and a strike.
Pretty good stuff. Rams dugout, usually not a verbal dugout. Today a little bit more than normal.
Got to do something to get it going. Down 5-1 here in the bottom half of the fifth. Pushes that. Here it comes. Oh, that's going to be a foul tip.
Yeah, he pulled out on that one. He's the one to put one out there in a water tower out in the cornfield and couldn't quite catch it.
But you have that water tower there. You have the old golf ball water tower. Yep. Swung and a miss, and that'll retire Weber on strikes. 2 outs, and nobody on for Jake Pike. Left-handed bat here in the bottom half of this fifth inning. Of course, we are at Rend Lake College, one of our Rams sponsors. They have over 100 degree certificate programs. See which is right for you right behind us, or just log on to rlc.edu and apply online while you're there. Like that method if you're not here. Yeah. We can come down one day, I guess. They take you or call 437-5321. As Pike takes the first pitch low, it got away. It's 1-0. Nobody on, 2 out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Rams on the ugly side of the 5-1 score. As push is set, lefty comes. It's going to be low, 2-0.
Different look. Mount Vernon School, 1,100, and about 14 kids dressed. Montini, obviously a smaller school, they have about 20. It's amazing the difference in selection.
2 balls and no strikes with 2 outs and an empty base path. Here comes. Swung and a miss. It's 2-1.
A little high that time. Pike couldn't catch up with it. Pike's natural swing will be below that pitch no matter what he does.
2-1 the count. Here comes on the way. Swung through and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
A little late on the trigger. A little late. Fastball jumped in on him a little bit. Giddy up.
We bottom of the order due up in the top half of the 6th inning. Game becomes official, of course, after this half inning, of which Montini is strike away from getting out of, and they will. Another fastball swung on a miss. 1-2-3 go the Rams in the 5th. Still 5-1 Montini. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer, Ford Square, Mount Vernon. We have one of the hottest car lines in the industry with the Ford Fiesta, Focus, and Fusion. The Ford brand was the top-selling brand in the United States in 2013, and we at Ford Square are determined to make that happen again in 2014. Ford is number 1 because the Fusion hugs curves and embraces fuel efficiency. The Focus is your friend at the pump and your love on the road. And the Ford Fiesta is taking fun and efficiency further. We have over 40 of these cars in stock right now waiting for you. We can offer huge cashback savings and want to deal. We will do anything to make 2014 even better and keep Ford number 1. Come see our associates at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway, Mount Vernon, Illinois, and we will show you why the best never rest. You can always view our new and pre-owned inventory online at fordsquare.com.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. As we head to the top of the 6th, just like that, Gerbish is going to send one into right center field for a base hit. So you know he leads it off as he gets a single, but it'll be Hennessy and Pullman to follow.
6th hit of the day for the Broncos.
Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams and Lady Rams Athletics. Next Lady Rams broadcast will be weather permitting on Saturday as they head to the Vandalia tournament. Chad Baker will have to call up those games. He was one of many who got the day off today. It's the first pitch to Hennessy to strike.
A lot of people in the company got a day off today. Not a lot of the games have been played. Nashville baseball and softball are both canceled.
Nashville track was canceled.
That canceled Lady Rams. Tennis, I believe, also canceled.
Washed away.
Yeah.
A lot of it was here in southern Illinois. Of course, the Metro East probably took the brunt of the storms that came through this morning.
Been a lucky 2 weeks so far up into the day for stuff.
Loud thunder this morning. 1-1, now 2-1.
Yeah.
Woke me up from a night's slumber. Then I went back to sleep.
Oh, yeah, once you figure out, oh, yeah. Hadn't heard that in 5 months.
Looked for some lightning, and then I was happy. Happy as a guy can be early. 2-1 pitch, going to catch for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hennessy. With Gerbish on first base, Pullman in the on-deck circle. I actually thought, when I first looked at the lineup on my phone, because I had to take a picture of it, I thought it was Froman, as in Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago. but not the case. Disappointed. Runner going 2-2. No throw down the second.
See the difference? You flip it out of that mitt, try to flip and catch, you're not going to do it because that mitt is not made for a ball to flip out there very easily. You can go in there and grab and throw.
Meant to hold on to the baseball. It's like shaped the way it is. Here we are, Rend Lake College, of course. This is going to be a pitch that gets away. Down the first base. We'll go Hennessy in the third. We'll go Gerbish.
And that's not good. Montini with first and third. Nobody out here in this sixth. And not a good start. But Storman, he's done pretty well. I mean, he's pitched very well so far in an inning. Plus, needs a roll ground ball here.
1 run, 1 hit, 1 error for the Rams. They've stranded 6. 5 runs on 6 hits for the Broncos. They've only stranded a couple. Here comes the pitch on the way to Pullman. This is going to be out in center field with runners at the corners. Jones will not have to come up firing, but he'll get a nice one in there. The throw keeps Gerbish on the back.
Yeah, kept it low, but caught it, and he was. The one thing about catching it is he was coming towards the infield as he was catching it. His footwork threw it into Mr. Pike just inside the mound towards home plate. No way that runner could advance. Nice throw, kept it low for cutoff purposes. But now the top of the order comes up.
Tomorrow we'll visit the mound, of course, presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the Mount Vernon Rams and Lady Rams. Of course, the Lady Warriors, of course, they're on the softball side, have a nice facility, too. Even have a nice little covered.
Yeah, they have a tarp.
Bleacher section behind the plate.
Yeah.
Conversation continues at the mound, the infield included. Runners at the corners, 1 out here at the top of the 6th. 5-1 is the Bronco lead. And of course, scoreboard updates today, had we had many games to talk about, would be presented by Tony Welch, your State Farm agent. Find him in Mount Vernon on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. Worldwide at TonyWelch.com. Look for the white State Farm people around town and get you a better state with State Farm. Storming out of the stretch, the right-hander. Runners at the corners. Broncos threatening for some more runs. Just catch it slow. Yeah. I'll say it looked good, but I don't want to call it.
Looked good.
It's 0-1 to Jake Pestle, who is 1 for 3 today. Has an RBI chance with the runner at third base. Also one at first. It'll be low and away, and the runner's going to go.
Yeah, they held the ball, didn't want to throw it down there.
Wise
play. Infield for Mount Vernon now will come in at all positions on the grass with second and third and 1 out. They can ill afford to go down by more than 4. Want to keep it at 4 left.
Pitch coming. Good pitch. 1 and 2 now to Pestle with runners on second and third. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Again, 5-1 is the Bronco lead. 1-2 out in front, fouls it off first base side.
Do it again at 1 and 2. Montini, for a team that only played a couple of games, and one of them being down here, swinging the bats relatively well.
Now the 1-2 again.
Over our head.
Yep, it'll stay the same. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pestle. Vukovic on deck. Here for the Broncos, who lead 5-1. The Rams trying to get back above 500. They're going to need some offensive help in the 6th and 7th. Right now, it's at 4-4-1. Pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Pestle. We're Second Chance Auto, one of our other Rams booster sponsors. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. No fancy sales or gimmicks. Just honest deals and bank rate financing for all at Second Chance Auto. Proud supporters of the Rams. Frame pitch for misses 3-2. Bottom of the hour on WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Full count here. 2 on and only 1 out at the top of the 6th. Pitch coming, ground ball. That'll sneak up the left side of the infield and get a run across the plate on the RBI.
Little RBI single to the left side of the infield. Makes it 6-1 Montini, and first and third, 1 out. They still have an opportunity to get more.
Raindrop, I thought. on the cheek. Hopefully that's going to stay away.
Nothing showing here.
So interesting. Storming out of the stretch. Left-handed bat stands in. The runner on first is going to go to second. A little bit of indifference there, and that'll be a strike inside corner of the Wolkovich, who was singled his last time, but he's 1 for 3 today. 6-1 your score, of course. After the RBI single by Pestle. And now threatening with 2 in scoring position. Left-handed bat will take one high. It'll be 1-1. Sam Storm at the Ram pitcher in his second inning of work. Trying to get out of this one. This will be fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Right now, the Rams trying to keep it at 6-1 for some way, somehow. Pitching a dirt count goes 2-2.
Evens things up with 1 out, 2 in scoring position here for the Broncos. Stops the 6th inning as they've added another. It is a 6-1 lead. Rams going to need some offense in the bottom halves of the 6th and 7th innings. As this scoots off of the plate, full count now. The left-handed batter, Wolkovich, center fielder. The catcher, Mikachi, is on deck. He's 0 for 1 with a pair of runs scored. Storm will fire, swung on a miss, and that'll be the second out, a big strikeout.
Good pitch, low and in. Nothing that Wolkovich could do. Swung in, got in on his hands underneath, and nothing he could do but swing and miss. Now the infield can settle back a little bit, knock the ball down, get it out, get out of the inning.
Storm at the pitcher, set out of the stretch, will come with it here, and this is going to be a high fastball that just misses up. Conchi gets ahead, 1 ball, no strikes. Fouled off, third base side. Weber will give chase over toward the fence, and he'll make the grab, and that'll get the Rams out of the inning. Another run crosses the plate for the Broncos. They take a 6-1 lead into the bottom half of this 6th inning. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe Davey Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Has bad credit or lack of credit kept you from buying a vehicle? It won't at Automart of Salem. Automart of Salem is your buy here, pay here headquarters. All credit applications are accepted, regardless of your credit history. We take pride in our selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Each vehicle is inspected by our experienced service department before it makes the lot, something that is not done at many other buy here, pay here dealerships. This is Manager Amy Thompson. I encourage you to come see me today. I will not allow your credit history to stop you from getting behind the wheel of a pre-owned quality vehicle. Come see me at Automart, located next to Schmidt Ford in Salem.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. It'll be Hayes, Storman, and Jones due up for the Rams here in the bottom half of the 6th inning, trailing 6-1. And needing some offense in the worst possible way. This game presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC, with 5 Jefferson County branches for responsive quality service for all of your accounts. As Montini with a 6-1 lead, 6 runs on 7 hits for the Broncos. No errors. They have stranded 6 runners. Rams, meanwhile, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. They have also stranded 6 runners.
Yeah. Old boy down there still warming up pin. Throwing ghost pitches. Is that first pitch a strike? He's kind of on call, although right now when Klisch came into the game, things kind of stopped. He took care of business here in the last few innings.
Yes, he has. Settled down immensely. Of course, there was no settling. Cal Jackson just kind of had a rough go of it to start.
Have walks will do that.
As Derek Hayes, the Ram batter, third baseman, 0 for 1 today. He walked and then flew out. And this time is going to get one into the jet stream out towards left field. Hennessy gets underneath it to make the grab, and there's your first out of the sixth inning.
All that ball's going to do is go up in the wind, go straight up in the air, and that'll be the end of that. Not going to carry much to left field today here at Rend Lake.
Bringing Sandstorm with one out. Base is empty here in the sixth. This spot in the order is 0 for 2 today. Storm making his first plate appearance. Takes a pitch on the inside corner. The right-hander falls behind, 0-1. Nothing in 1 to count. That'll be swung on a miss, 0-2, as we do have it. No balls and 2 strikes to Sam Storman. This one's going to be in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 6-1 ball game. Here's joining us. Benton leads Hamilton County 8-0. That's after 3 innings. That scoreboard update's presented by Tony Welch, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him online at TonyWelch.com. Look for the white State Farm people around town, or stop in and see him in the King City and get to a better state. Not quite a better state for the Rams. Swung on a miss on a fastball, and that's your second out.
They have been kept off balance by the lefties of Montini. Not much to do. I see the Rangers get an 8-0 lead after Mount Vernon jumped 12 on them in the first inning the other day at Benton.
So to bring in Blake Jones. Base is empty, 2 outs here, home half of the sixth. And he'll try to push a bunt down the first base side. Pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll dive in the first for an infield single.
Really, they don't want to tell you to dive into first like that because that slows you down. I would tell him to run through it, but worked out the bunt signal. Anyway, you know, you see a lot more guys. We've seen more guys try to bunt with 2 outs this spring, seems like, than we have in past years. That must be the new trend. Pushed it up the line at the first baseman, and then once that was done, Jones outran it.
About the best that he could have done to get that down that line and get the first baseman off the bag as Smith will stand in. Takes the first pitch ball inside. It's 1-0. Runner on, 2 out, bottom 6. Also the number of runs that Montini has, 6-1 ball game. As Klisch looks over at the runner and out of the stretch comes home, it's going to be high, 2-0 to Smith. DH batting for the right fielder, Giants. Zach Brooks and the left fielders on deck here for the Rams. You need to get something going in this bottom half of the sixth and into the seventh. Low and inside. It'll be 3-0 now to Braden Smith.
Four-pitch walk. That's handy for the Rams. This may be the end. Let's see what happens here. Yep. Look to the bullpen.
I think they have to, by rule, have a guy out in the bullpen because as one comes in, another goes out. So we'll have a new Montini pitcher. It was a solid effort by Klisch, who goes 4 2/3. He used to stay at the office. So let's figure out who's a...
I believe it would be 4 1/3. 5 2/3 is where we're at now. Correct, yeah.
We're in the sixth.
So we haven't got all the outs. Haven't gotten...
I'm looking at the scoreboard, and that's my first mistake. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, there's 2 outs in the inning here in the sixth, and they have no outs listed on the scoreboard. My apologies.
Right. So there's 2 out, yeah. So he goes 4 1/3.
Lazowski is your new pitcher. They're playing DJ, but no scoreboard.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, gotta understand what's important.
Yeah.
At that age.
6-1 ball game. Lazowski is your new pitcher. A right-hander this time for the Broncos. As the Rams trying to get something going here. With 2 outs, we'll have 2 aboard. Runners on first and second.
Yeah, so he goes... Well, let's see. Now, think about this. It's 6th inning, and there's no out. There's 2 outs, so 4 1/3. Yeah. I was right the first time. Wait until that last out. So right now, Klisch can be the winner. We'll see what Lazowski does out of the bullpen. He's been warming up since, noon. Just kidding. He hasn't been warming up a long time.
First batter he'll see is the right-hander Zach Brookman. 2 on, 2 out, bottom 6. Rams trailing 6-1. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports on WMIX. You can find them online at ComFirstBank.net or they're in Jefferson County all over the place. Malford and Dix, Woodlawn and Ina. Getting a little windier, a little cooler here. We're near the 6 o'clock hour. Mount Vernon needs a little rally here. Down 6-1. Gave up 5 runs in 2 innings. Only have given up 1 since. That was in the top half of this inning. 1-0 the count to Brookman with runners on first and second. He'll take outside low. And it'll be quickly 2-0 to Zach Brookman, the left fielder. RBI chance with the runner in scoring position. Center fielder shading towards left center. Action in the Montini bullpen. Yep. Lazowski came in, 15 went right out as this is the pitch across the plate, 2-1.
Well, when you got 20, 25 players with you on the travel, you can set
somebody down there to keep warm. New 1 pitch coming. It's going to be low and away. 3-1 the count. A walk would load the bases. A base hit might get a run across the plate. Montini on top, 6-1. Brookman would roll over to the top of the order into Ryan Campbell. Down in front of possibly ball 4 and the count full.
Yeah, I took something off of it, and Brookman swung right over the top. Oh, man, it was right there, too.
Full count with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th. The pitcher's going to walk the runner back to second base. Lazowski's pitch is on the way, and this is going to be line to the foul territory.
Made the tarp.
I was going to roll into the tarp.
I did too, but it clunked off the side of it. 3:30 down the line here and left, the wind kind of blowing that way in. You're going to have to hit a bomb to hit one out of that direction today. Not sure if the bats today and age can get one out in this game. No, but anybody could do it.
Full count offering. Here it comes. And this could be a ground ball to third. Gets away from the mid, trying to attack Jones. Umpire says he dealt that Blake Jones, and we will head to the top of the 7th. 6-1 ball game. Montini on top. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Bill, where are we going?
We're trying to find my ATM.
We just passed an ATM.
But that's not my ATM. I lose $4 if it's not my ATM.
Make any ATM your ATM. Introducing free Kasasa Checking with monthly rewards like cash and ATM fees back in your pocket. Visit trykasasa.com. Kasasa.
Visit People's National Bank or peoplesnationalbank.com for your Kasasa checking. Member FDIC.
It's time for every golfer's favorite holiday. Super Demo Day returns to the Rend Lake College Golf Outlet Saturday, April 5th from 10 till 4. Free range balls, free fittings, and free expert advice from industry professionals. 12 of the hottest brands will be showcased, including TaylorMade, Callaway, and Ping. Hit some balls with a new 2014 driver, like the new Callaway Big Bertha, or get fitted for the new Ping I-25 irons. Real golfers can't miss this event. It's Super Demo Day, Saturday, April 5th at the Rend Lake College Golf Outlet, just off the interstates in Mount Vernon.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. As we head to the top of the 7th inning, it'll be Austin Klein, Eddie Bob, and Tommy Long, 2 up. Here in the Montini lineup, they have a 6-1 lead. Last chance will come in the bottom of the 7th for the Rams at the top of the order. 2 up, foul ball, first pitch, 0-1 to Klein. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 6 stranded for the Broncos. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 8 stranded for the Rams. Next pitch will miss just off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Phone dead. That one? Yeah, I forgot to charge before it came. Forgetting that we're going to go battery only today. I guess going green, at least as close as we can get, is this going to miss it low?
That would have to be.
2-1.
Off the old battery.
It's a small briefcase and everything all jumbled inside it.
Isn't that crazy?
Not our usual spread. We can condense down if we have to, as the 2-1 will be lined in the center. No problem for Blake Jones. Sure-handed. First out.
Well, he's good.
Oh, yeah. Blue.
I mean, he takes jumps and sees the baseball very, very well. Does an excellent job.
So that'll bring it Eddie Bava. Had an RBI his first time. Been stranded twice. Ran out to short his last time up. I think that was the amazing play on the dive and grab by Ryan Campbell. And takes the first pitch strike here in the 7th for 0-1. Rend Lake College can put you on the right track to a new career with over 100 degree certificate programs for thousands less. This is going to be ripped. Oh, a diving stop by Millwood. And throws over to first in time. The middle infield has robbed Eddie Bava today.
Yeah.
Of course, he's done some robbing himself at shortstop.
Yeah. That's a nice play. Campbell's had a good play. Millwood's had a good play. Those two up to middle, filling some big shoes, but doing very nicely.
6-1 the score, top 7. Rams will bat in the bottom half and sit up the top of the order and try to get something started. They trail by 5, and now Tommy Long will stand in as the Montini DH is 0 for 3. Blown out to right twice, struck out back in the first, and takes the first pitch low and away, 1-0.
So he's a DS, doesn't make a swinger. Ain't got a hit yet.
Or doesn't get a hit list. 1-0, Kevin. Ooh, nice strike over the plate. Good pitch, 1-1.
Mr. Storman's come in and looked very nice on the hill today. Gave us that run, but he's done very well.
See what happens on the 1-1. It's going to be lined in the left center field. That one could make some noise. It's going to get into the gap near the fence. At the warning track, Jones will pick it up. He's looking to go move. He'll stop a second.
There's 75 out there in left center. That's almost far enough. You got to pay for a stance to get it out that far. Mount Vernon almost had to pay 2 stamps to throw it back in. Pretty good 2-out double by Mr. Long. He says, I'll show you.
Yeah, he did. So I'll shut them up.
Yeah. It was about 360 feet. Time I got done rolling, it went 375.
We'll have a pinch runner on second base. 6-1 ball game, RBI chance with 2 outs for Jack Gerbish. He singled and scored, walked and scored, struck out today. He does here with 2 gone and a 6-1 ball game. That is the pitcher Storman out of the stretch. He'll come inside strike on the corner to the left-handed Gerbish. 0-1. It'll be Campbell, Millwood, Weber to start things off in the bottom of the 7th inning. Storman set. Here comes. Going to miss a low. He even things up at 1-1. Rams back at it tomorrow, weather permitting. I'm not going to be the prognosticator or prognosticators and say my thoughts, but 4:30 will be your first pitch on WMIX. 4:15 pregame. Tabs. Space line foul. Sun comes out again. I just can't imagine that's going to happen tomorrow. But it may. Depends on what happens or doesn't happen tonight.
Well, it amazes me that schools and events will cancel for snow that's coming a day early. But if you know severe weather's coming, nobody cancels.
Right.
Interesting how that goes.
As of last check, the forecast said the worst of it was supposed to be around game time and drive back tomorrow, as this will be tapped foul. It'll stay 1-2 with 2 outs in the top of the 7th of a 6-1 ball game. We'll see the bottom half of the 7th. I think Rams the home team. See what they can do with their last chance. This one's going to go the distance. Pitch on the way, low, it'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs and nobody on here. Actually, runner on second for the Broncos. Can't forget about Tommy Long, who sent that a long way.
Yeah.
He wants to stay a different Tommy. Here comes through a fastball and misses. That'll end the threat here in the 7th. We head to the bottom half, 6-1 Broncos. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
More Americans are on the move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball.
WMIX, WMIXsports.com as we head to the bottom of the seventh. Last chance for the Rams will be the top of the order with Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood, and Thomas Weber. Barring any changes to the lineup, but I can't fathom you mess with your top of the order here with a chance to hopefully rally and see what happens down 6-1 in the final frame. So it'll be Campbell to start things off. Same pitcher is Lisowski, the right-hander for the Broncos. That'll be a first pitch in the dirt. Hobson with the mid of the catcher. It'll be 1-0 here to Campbell. A lot of baseballs have hit the dirt. Hey, Reed Millwood. Everybody's here. Follow us on Twitter, so should you, at WMIX Sports. Offering's going to come. It's low again, 2-0. Rams tomorrow at Altop scheduled. Not sure about that one, but Friday it would take a whole lot of precipitation to do some damage at DuQuoin.
I would say if it's sun's out, you're playing. Mount Vernon will probably play DuQuoin Friday.
Of course, the turf infield, grass in the outfield would have to be underwater, would be my guess. Rio count to Ryan Campbell lead things off here in the bottom of the seventh for the Rams. That's going to be a strike across the plate, 3-1. Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams. Welcome back to Personal Banking, home of the One Account. It's free checking and high-yield interest. Going to be a ground ball left side. The shortstop, Bob, is going to pick it up, off-balance throw. Tag not applied at first base, says the infield umpire, and safe at first is Ryan Campbell.
No tag. They're going to want home plate help. Home plate umpire is looking. Manager for Montini comes out. Right now it works as an error, E6. And the home plate umpire is saying, nah, I'm not going to look at it. And they're saying no tag. So it goes as an E6. First error of the day on the Montini. I thought there was a whack somewhere.
I didn't hear it.
But may not have been.
Of course, I was talking, so that might be why. You tend to hear yourself. Well, most people do.
The home plate umpire didn't offer help, or didn't say, hey, come here, let's talk. So he must have saw the same thing, so...
This is going to be a ground ball up the middle as the Rams get their third base hit of the day to put runners on first and second with nobody out for Thomas Weber, trailing 6-1 here in the home half of the seventh inning.
Time like for present to get it done, then. Now, the beef part of the order is where you got to make your A if you want to come back down from down 6-1.
Wazowski, the pitcher, came on in relief an inning ago, I should say. 6-1 ball game. Rams have 2 on and nobody out for Weber. He'll wait on this one and watches the strike to the inside corner.
Little spinner floated up there, and Weber watched it go by.
2 on for the Rams is nobody out. Right-handed pitcher. They've seen a lot more success against lefties, as most teams will. This time it's on the opposite corner of the right-handed batter. 0-2. Take a break and walk around for a little bit, take a practice hack, and step back in. With a 0-2 count, 2 on and nobody out. Chased it that time and foul tipped it. 0-2.
We'll have to golf that one a little low.
Down 5 runs. Here in the bottom half of the 7th. Last chance time for the Rams. 2 on, nobody out. 0-2 the count to Weber. The pitcher Lazowski will come out of the stretch, and here it comes. Going to miss outside, 1-2. Not a lot of velocity, but
no,
it's effective.
But off speed, changes speed, moves it around the zone. That'll get hitters more messed up than a hard-throwing fastball.
More craftier even. 1-2 the count to aboard. This will be front-footed. That is going to be a foul ball. I wondered about that.
It's foul. Yeah, it was. Because I'm sitting basically straddling the third baseline. It was foul.
Yeah.
It was. The body of the third baseman was not in foul territory. The ball was in foul territory.
That was a panic play for the third baseman, but that was well foul.
Yeah.
So it stays 1-2 with 2 on and nobody out. 6-1 ball game. Weber at the dish, trying to make something happen. Lazowski will fire. It's just underneath the right side. They're going to need a gust from the gods to get this out of play, but it looks like the first baseman Klein makes the grab.
That's a great play. You heard the catcher again coming over, yelling 5, 4, 3. That tells, as that first baseman gets to that fence, knocks it, gets closer, you hear it counting down. Well, that's a pretty good little communication system.
So, 1 out. That'll bring in Jake Pike with 2 aboard here in the last chance 7th for the Rams.
It's one of those things you don't yell, got room, and then wham.
Right.
And you go back and ask your catcher, what do you mean, got room?
Pitch on the way to Pike. And he will rip this one into center. Wynn got a hold of that, knocked it down. And the bases will be loaded here in the bottom of the 7th for Derek Hayes.
Yeah. Hard single by Pike right back up the middle. His first hit of the day, 4th from Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon had 2 hits coming in the inning. They've had 2 in this for 6 innings, 2 in this inning. So the bats are rising from their slumber right now.
So Derek Hayes will stand in 0-2. He walked back in the first inning. Sam Storman had a helmet on. We'll see what happens in that part of the batting order. And the on-deck circles. Hayes will get into this one and rip it into left center field for a base hit. 2 runs will come in to score, and it'll be 6-3 as the Rams cut it to 3.
Interesting. Derek Hayes with 1 off the end of the bat. Mount Vernon's cut the lead in half. 3 runs, 5 hits for the Rams. And here comes Montini's coach, and here comes another pitcher. Thing starts going through. That's their 4th pitcher of the day for the Broncos.
Oh, heavens.
And now you're going to have Jackson Horton will pinch hit for in the Stormont slot. It was Morgan for 2, then Stormont. Now Jackson Horton will bat here in the 7th. And things start going here as they start warming up. Mount Vernon now at the tying run at the plate, right-hand pitcher.
We'll see another right-handed pitcher, a little bit taller this time. We'll see what the velocity looks like. 2 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Rams have scored 2 to make it 6-3.
Tyler Quick.
Oh, there we go.
Into the ball game. Looks to be a hard-throwing right-hander. Flat bill out there. Looks like he just pulled the hat out of the box when he left the bullpen.
They have. They have ironed it.
And he will come in. He's got a little bit more giddy-up than the other pitchers. And now at this point, he can get the save if he comes into a situation.
Tying run will be at the plate. Jackson Horton, the lefty, facing the right-handed pitcher in the bottom of the 7th. Bears have had a flair for the dramatic before. Glad to have you along for the ride. WMIX, WMIXsports.com, presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking, home of the One Account, free checking. High-yield interest with Danny Czerwinski. I'm Chris Hugo. Holly Carroll back at her mouth in the studio.
AJ beat Egyptian 10-0 in baseball.
Of course, AJ beat the game today. They work hard on their field.
Rain at SIU in Carbondale right now. Corderville and Anna Jonesboro tied up at 1 at the end of 7 in softball.
Forward updates presented by Tony Wilt. Horton will stand in, 2 on, 1 out in the 7th. Tyler Quick, the new pitcher for the Broncos, and fires a fastball on the outside corner to the left-handed batter for a strike. So it's 0-1. This position in the order is 0 for 3, but Jackson Horton wants to change that.
You remember how big the inning could be if that play over by the first base dugout wasn't made.
Yeah. So now fastball. Looks on the outside corner. Good pitch. Actually took something off it. It's 0-2.
He's pretty good.
Might be their closer.
No action now in the pen. He is the closer.
0-2 count. 1 out, 2 aboard, and he'll reach an offer, and it'll be a strikeout. Second out now.
That looked almost slider-esque. That ball dipped, and Blake Jones becomes the last hope for the Mount Vernon Rams.
So it'll be up to B.J., the right-handed batter. 2 on, 2 out, bottom 7. We'll have your Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show hopefully much later, as the Rams trail 6-3 with the tying run at the plate. Wick looks back, now fires home, and that's going to be low and at the shoe tops of Jones. 1-0.
Jones represents the tying run right now for Mount Vernon. Scoreboard lights get a little brighter as it gets a little darker around here in the county area.
1-0 coming. Jones is going to lift this one. Puts a charge into it in right field. And the right fielder, Paulman, will make the grab to end the game on a hard-hit ball by Jones that you thought may do something, but that's going to take care of it. As the Rams fall 6-3, we'll come back with your Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
The Chevrolet Open House event is going on now at Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Get big savings on the entire lineup of top-quality fuel-efficient cars like the Sonic Spark, Volt, Malibu, and Cruise, all backed by our award-winning service department. Schmidt Chevrolet is your regional Chevrolet headquarters. But hurry, the Chevrolet Open House event is here for a limited time, and these deals won't last long. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
Welcome you back to Rend Lake College, where the Mount Vernon Rams fall in regulation. Good say to the full distance of 7 innings, 6-3. The Montini Broncos. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Schmidt Chevrolet, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, online worldwide at SchmidtChevrolet.com, where you can schedule your service appointments. Well, took about 2 hours and 10 minutes, I believe. DC has a score in its stats. Before we get to that, a great effort by the Rams. Some hard-hit balls late, but just wasn't enough when the bats were silent early.
No, bats went silent for 6 innings, and now wake up here in the 7th. That's a little too late. So, unfortunately for Mount Vernon, they come up just a bit short here today.
And I'm now fired from lineup duty. So much for that.
Yep.
Oh, Schmidt-Chalet, 34-23 Broadway. Mount Vernon scoring its stats right there.
Montini, 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, 7 left on base. Mount Vernon was 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, 10 left on base. Andrew Klisch gets the win in relief over Tyler Morgan, and Tyler Quick will get the save for the Broncos. So the final score, Montini 6, Mount Vernon 3.
This is your Schmidt-Chalet post-game show. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have your Rams player of the game. Final score, Montini 6, Rams 3. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get in a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Easy, Seymour. Rend Lake College's production of the cult classic Little Shop of Horrors is coming Thursday through Sunday, April the 3rd through the 6th, to the Rend Lake College Theater in Ina. This musical is a spoof of the 1960 film about a Skid Row floral assistant who discovers a carnivorous plant. As the meat-eating plant grows, so do the problems. Thursday through Saturday performances are at 7 p.m., and the Sunday matinee is at 2 p.m. Tickets are only $12. Call the Rend Lake College box office at 437-5321, extension 1467.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
And welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside your Schmidt-Chalet post-game show. Rams fall here at Rend Lake College to the Montini Broncos 6-3, and we owe you a player of the game.
Well, in looking through things, Braden Smith reached base twice. Ryan Campbell scored 2 runs, reached on base a couple times. Lots to look at, lots to decide. Jake Pike reached twice with a hit. Derek Hayes had an RBI, or 2 RBI single. That one stands out as well.
Lots to choose from here today, and of course,
I'm going to go with Derek Hayes. 2 RBI single.
I like it.
In the 7th. Got Mount Vernon back into this one.
Back on the air tomorrow, weather permitting. The Rams travel to Alsop to open the South 7th Conference season. Carbondale will travel to Centralia. And Marion should have Cahokia, weather permitting. That's all tomorrow. We'll have the Rams and Crusaders, 4:15 pregame, 4:30 first pitch here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. For Holly Carroll, for Danny Czerwinski, for all of the WMIX Sports team, thank you for accessing our broadcast today. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports and look for a scoreboard later tonight on the website at WMIXsports.com. I'm Chris Hugo. Remind you your final score. Mount Vernon Rams fall to Montini 6-3. Good night from Ina.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports. Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports is sponsored by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Rend Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem, and also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem, Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, All Stars and Stitches, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. Stay in the game on Twitter. Follow us at WMIX Sports or log on to WMIXsports.com. Now back to America's best music on the legendary WMIX.